It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC South foes. It's the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another tote for ETN. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. But now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. He got 29 yards that time.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. ETN up the middle. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. ETN once more. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there, because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down, because guess what? That drive continues.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Straight ahead, ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times, converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Ogunbowale elects to not bring it out. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the option going right. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. The Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Play action. Stroud now.
He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
Yeah,
there.
didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now a throw here, hauled in. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it, because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll start on the ground, Etienne.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27,
Lawrence.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Desmond King back deep. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Toss play. Here's Pierce. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Wow, all kinds of time back there in the pocket. Enough time to scan the entire field, go through every progression. First guy not open, second guy not open. Heck, the 3rd guy wasn't open. Finally just settled on throwing one deep downfield, taking a shot. Unfortunately for him, unable to come up with the completion.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At the 20.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne, and they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. All day, baby, all day. Let's get some love.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. That's underneath to Pierce. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Stroud to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the counter, Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on third down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. Third down incompletion, fourth down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to first down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Gets by him at the 25, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll go again with ETN. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have regained the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Ogunbowale elects to not bring it out. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now here's Stroud. Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Gets the dump off to Pierce.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Yeah, now he's looking just to add to his totals. The drive will start with an option going left. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
Holding, offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think they need to make sure they get together on that route because that's a curl, all right? Timing is everything.
That receiver anticipating turning around, having the ball already halfway there, threw it short. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Lawrence will throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Etienne.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Two minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Draw play, Etienne.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Now Lawrence.
This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. As Ike learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So they were able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Ogunbowale elects to not bring it out.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. That's complete to Pierce.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Stroud looking to throw.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Houston. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
Ogunbowale elects to not bring it out. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. 1st and 10, it's Stroud.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
This one left side caught by Collins. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And this is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Texans will take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Stroud with another keeper.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to play on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Malik Collins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Lawrence. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He completes it to Ridley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
ETN up the middle.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Toss left side for ETN.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And able to find Kirk complete.
And he will have the Jaguars 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Caught by Jones.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
They'll run with Etienne. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Now he steps away, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by McManus is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
Ogunbowale elects to not bring it out.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
On 1st down, here's Stroud.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And Stroud now to throw.
Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At the 20.
He'll look to ETN to start things out.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lawrence will throw.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Caught on the right side by Jones.
And he is going to have a Jones 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's going to let this one go deep. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jaguars will add to their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Ogunbowale elects to not bring it out. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Stroud working out of the gun. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
So now the Texans down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 1:50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Stroud to throw it. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Stroud. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Texans 17.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Another tote for Etienne. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.